Welcome to Mindful Yoga with Jessie. And today is going to be our 6-year birthday party, in that I have apparently been teaching this for 6 years, which is amazing. And I thought it was kind of a fun thought about like new beginnings. And today is also when you're outside, there's bugs coming down from the trees. I thought it would also be a chance to celebrate spring because it is the spring equinox or something like that, spring solstice. So we will celebrate both of those today. So with that, find a comfortable seat, send your sit bones down into the earth and sit up nice and tall. Grow your spine up towards the sun like all of those trees popping out their buds and opening up, celebrating a new beginning, but also where they have been over the winter, over the last year and years. And this idea of noticing how far you've come. And much of it may have happened not consciously. You might have just ended up where you are. I like to think it's conscious and not conscious in the sense that we make decisions, and we make those decisions every day, but do we notice them? Are we remaking them every day? And not that we need to spend a lot of energy on it. Sometimes they turn out amazing when we simply just continue to do the things that bring us joy, like teaching yoga. And then you wake up and it's been 6 years. And when I started teaching these classes at the very beginning of the pandemic on Zoom, I didn't have this plan, and yet here we are, and how wonderful it has been. So a celebration of all of that, and also this invitation of what's to come and new beginnings. Taking a moment to find your breath, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And once more, nourishing your body with oxygen and breath and energy, borrowing it from the world around you. And exhale, softly let it out. And we'll bring a hand to heart and another hand to top, using your physiology for you, sending yourself oxytocin, lowering your cortisol on purpose. And taking a moment here, you breathe in and out, and your chest rises and falls, to reflect on where you are today on this first day of spring. And even at another point in time, where are you in this moment? If you happen to take this class later, what's happening in your world? Taking a moment to acknowledge how far you've come and all the amazing things that came before, the good things that turned out better than you expected, to bring you more joy, that brought other people more joy, that spread meaning and hope. We've all done these things. I believe that this class has done those things, but there are things that each and every one of you have done, not purposefully, just because you're amazing humans, and being in the world as you brings beautiful, amazing things to the world. And so taking a moment to celebrate that, maybe as if it were a birthday. We often celebrate who we are authentically and amazing things that have transpired on those days. And could today be that day for you as an internal, personal practice, which is what yoga is all about. Taking in another big deep breath and a huge exhale, bathing your body with oxygen, letting go of carbon dioxide and stress all at the same time. Breathing with the trees if you happen to be outside. Noticing the signs of spring and new beginnings wherever you are. remembering that those new beginnings came from all the things that have happened before. And just a moment to celebrate who you are and all of that's good in the world today. There's lots we could not celebrate, but why not focus for this time on our mat, on what is good and the beautiful things that often come of unexpected things that we don't think are so beautiful. And how have challenges or blips in the road or unexpected pandemics changed your life for the better? Not in a Pollyanna way, but just in a light-hearted, there's always some silver lining. And how did you make it a silver lining? What was your role in that? If it inspires you, flip your hands to the uncomfortable hand position, just noting that it feels a little uncomfortable, but equally supportive and equally loving. And just because it's uncomfortable doesn't mean it's problematic. Invite it. We'll take one more big breath here, breathing in, pouring the breath to every fingernail and toenail down through your belly and your root, anywhere that feels tender or sore, like it would like some breath or attention or care. And a huge exhale, let it out. And bring your hands together in front, rubbing them together, create a little heat and energy. Press your thumbs to your sternum and your finger pads, one against each other, creating some tension and energetic movement in your body. Pressing your thumbs into your sternum, wishing yourself well, appreciating the amazing contributions to the world that you have made over time. Noticing perhaps their ripple effects. And thinking about how it would feel to celebrate yourself and the good in the world for a brief bit here, to let it soak into every nook and cranny and every cell, and setting some intention around that. And if you are having a hard day or a hard time, potentially the offer to set it down for a moment and allow yourself a brief bit of soaking in the celebration and the good. You can go back to it after your time on the mat. And when that all feels complete, taking in one more big deep breath, pressing the connection to the heart space and the sternum and the fingers and the elbows. Huge breath in and out. And lowering hands and opening eyes and just have a shake, loosening things off. Shrug your shoulders up to your ears, massage your occiput, squeeze absolutely tight and lovingly and kindly, noticing any tender spots there. Maybe even bring in some movement of your belly, awakening your core and your center. And lower shoulders and let it melt and soak in. Bring right hand to the earth, press your fist into the floor, straight your elbow, root your left hip down, bend the right elbow and stretch. Reach the left fingers all the way towards the right. Root and stretch. We often say in yoga, root to rise. Breathe in and out. Press your right hand into the earth and cartwheel over to the left side. Plant your left fist, root your right hip down and stretch your right fingers to the left. Root and stretch. Enjoy it. And once more, cartwheel over to the other side. Notice it's a little bit looser, a little bit easier, and cartwheel back to the left side. Let it be joyful and a little bit of flow. Cartwheel open, both arms to the side to a T. Wrap your arms in front, left under right, come into eagle arms, and peek out the peephole if you can. Let it be fun. Rock your shoulders and your hips. Inhale, come to stillness. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift your elbows up a teensy bit. Exhale, lower to shoulder height. Inhale, send the breath to every nook and cranny of the tightness between your scapula, those spots that do so much work. Exhale, round forward into a ball, elbows come into your belly, drop your head and neck, and enjoy the space in the lower back, sending kindness and appreciation to every cell back there. We often think of ourselves as having done things, and we kind of think of our head or our heart. But every nook and cranny of you did all the things, sending the breath, appreciating them, honoring them. We tend to only notice when they're not working well, but notice how they have supported you. Big breath in to every nook and cranny, especially in the base of the intercostals. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, rise up. Untangle, stretch your arms wide into that T, stretch your fingers, pinch your scapula, enjoy all the tingles of appreciation for all those scapular neck muscles. Release, squeeze your fists and flick away any remnants of the cobwebs or the winter as the spring is sort of flicking off any old dead leaves that might still be there with the buds. And sort of let your hands be maybe popping open. You might slow them down and let them be a bit of a expression of blooming, or I like to think of spring popping. Pause, let your hands face forward, drop your chin to your chest and enjoy and appreciate your neck muscles. Lift up to neutral. Gaze over towards that left hand. Come back to center and gaze to the right, being super kind to your neck, and come back to center. Reaching arms up to the sky, your palms will come together. Point your index fingers to the sky. Have a shimmy. Huge breath in. Exhale, tip left forward. Root your right hip down. Rest your left ear. Inhale, come back to center. Grow even taller. Exhale, tip rightward. Rest that right ear with kindness and love. Come back to center. Opening your arms. Inhale, lift your shoulders up. Exhale, drop them. Inhale, lift up and drop them. Open your arms out like a snow angel, landing them on the earth. Shrugging up, tight, 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 tight. Exhale, release, melt, enjoy. And we'll bring our arms out to a T, wrap them into an eagle the opposite way, right under left. And peep out the peephole because it's fun. Inviting a little bit of lightness, that spring energy of trying new things, not worrying too much. Maybe rock on your sit bones. Notice your groundedness into the earth, your steadiness. Notice your belly. Press your elbows against each other and release a little tension. Inhale, lift up an inch. Exhale, lower to shoulder height. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, round, curl forward. Open your entire back body and send the breath of appreciation to every nook and cranny, maybe even to your big toe and your little toes. And another big breath, widening your shoulders, like fanning them open. The turkey vultures and the hawks do this thing where they spread their wings and dry them, thinking about your shoulders spreading and creating space so everything can get some fresh air and sunlight. Exhale, release. Inhale, coming back up to shoulder height, untangling, stretching your arms wide, and lower them down. Take a moment to settle, paying attention to the transitions. How we transition is how things turn out. It impacts the end product, the end experience. I think they call it the user experience in tech. Stretch your legs long. Move the flesh of your seat out of the way. Root your ischial spines downward once again and slide forward towards your shins. Your waist is hinging and your heart shines forward all the way towards your toes. Allow the energy to move. Notice your ischial spines on the earth rock, find steady. Find your belly, your center, your core, your meaning values. And taking a moment to consider how has connecting with those or letting those be your guide led you to do and enjoy amazing things. Maybe reach a little farther to your big toes or your little toes, or a little stretch. Huge breath in, pour it into the tight spots, all the way down through the back body, down through the back of your legs to your heels. Exhale, hinge forward a little more, heart-centered, letting your heart lead the way. Considering here how leading with your heart has led you to do amazing things that you love and potentially made amazing contributions to the world that we very often discount or don't notice. Sliding up to your shins, to your knees, to your thighs. You'll stretch your left leg out to a wide angle, and your right foot is going to come into the left inner thigh on an angle if you want to be on your mat. You're going to bring your right hand behind you, and we'll lift right up into Wild Thing because it's fun. And reach the outer edge of your left foot into the earth and your left fingers as far over your ear as you can. Stretching every nook and cranny, creating space in the armpits, stretching, stretching, stretching. Reach that left hand up to the sky. Draw it back a couple inches and gaze upward. And just appreciating your heart space and kind of a little celebration move for fun. Lowering your hand, lowering your hips. Slide your left hand down the left leg, reaching over, open your waist, flex your ankle and your toes, and coming back upright. Switching sides, your right leg will extend into that wide angle pose and your left foot will come into the inner right thigh. Readjust as needed, making sure that when you lift up, your knee is going to be well protected. Always taking good care of yourself. Plant your left hand, reach up into Wild Thing. Your right toes will land on the earth. Outer edge of the right foot leans into the earth and your right finger stretch. Let your armpit stretch long, long, long over your ear. And you can draw your arm up to the sky if you wish, and back if you wish, letting your heart roll open, gazing up. Noticing that expansiveness of possibility. That's the invitation of birthdays and spring. And I think sometimes we think when we pause to celebrate that we won't do anything. It's celebrating it actually opens you up to create more things to celebrate. It makes you notice what you're capable of and what's possible. So allowing yourself to celebrate wins and accomplishments and contributions and all those things, we hesitate to do that, many of us, and it can actually be an incredible tool, and it makes life more fun. So celebrate away, rolling that right wrist, lower hips, coming back down to your seat. Find your ischial spines and your sit bones, and you'll bring both feet in front, coming into butterfly pose. Bringing your heels towards your groin and have a rock, flapping your wings. Find steady on your sit bones. Inhale and grow tall, wrapping your arms around your chest, sitting up tall, letting your heart shine forward. Reach the crown of your head to the sky and breathe. Enjoying the butterfly pose, the energy shifts within it. This idea of metamorphosis and change. Enjoy your big toes meet each little toe connecting, the soles of your feet connecting. Inhale, filling your heart, giving your heart a hug with breath, and exhale. A moment of pause here, pausing to reflect, celebrate, acknowledge, appreciate, whatever word comes to mind here. In the vein of birthdays, we have even a birthday is an accomplishment. You're still here. You're a year more wise. You've learned some things. You've grown, evolved, adapted, whatever it might be. Graduated from some old habits or patterns or roles or responsibilities that you no longer want to keep. Taking another moment here just in that space while the energy moves through the pelvis and the groin and the lower belly, where all of your creativity and safety centers are. Inviting those thoughts into those chakra centers, I guess might be the word, chakras. And when this feels complete, you can open your eyes. You'll stretch your legs long, sweep them around, and come to hands and knees. You can come onto your fists or flat hands. Do what feels best to you. And flat back, coming into tabletop. Curl your back toes under for a slightly different experience. Inhale for cow and sending kindness to the front of the belly, opening up your chest, letting it shine forward, heart forward, and notice the stretch in the lower back and your belly. Exhale, round up into cat pose, the fullest expression of cat. With your toes curled here, just notice how it feels different. Extend your elbows, stretch into every nook and cranny, maybe even tweak your waist here a little. Exhale, come back to tabletop, untuck your toes, coming to the tops of your feet on the earth. And you might have flatten your hands as well if you are on your fists. Inhale for cow here, which will feel different, filling different spots and spaces. And round up into cat pose. Similarly, enjoy every nook and cranny, creating space, and maybe a little shift and waggle of your weight between your knees with lightness. Let it feel good. And come back to tabletop. We're going to do the sass of bringing your right hip forward, gaze over the right shoulder, stretching the left side body, all these tiny nooks and crannies, getting some sunlight, fresh air, and breath. And switch over to the left side. Left hip comes forward, left chin comes to the left shoulder, and enjoy a bit of the stretch and the view. My creek is running and it's so pretty right now, sparkling. Coming back to center, curl your toes and lift right up into downward dog. And enjoy the view, taking a moment to find a downward dog that feels good to you. And when you find one, walk the dog, walk your feet, bounce your heels, remember to breathe. And taking a moment here, upside down, a shifted physiology and a shifted perspective. Inviting some of those reflections on where you've been, things you have accomplished, shared, contributed on purpose or by accident, or very often a blend of both. Bend both knees, shoot your hips all the way up to the sky, lower your forehead to the floor. It won't reach the floor, but towards the floor, and lower both heels. A moment to let the energy move, to wake up. Let it running up and down the backs of your legs, and remember to breathe. Filling every nook and cranny of your chest upside down here. Let your ribs fan open. It happens in a different way upside down. Coming down onto your knees, coming into child's pose, widen your knees, bring your toes together, stretch long, long, long on the mat, lower forehead to the floor, and take a moment here to reflect on the positives, the good stuff. Feel good. Shifting your attention to appreciation and celebration. Even if something just happened, celebrate it. And remembering it never just happened. There are so many things that we stopped doing or we didn't do. So the things we chose to do, we did actually choose, even if we weren't really thinking about it. Walking over to the left hand on the bottom, right hand on the top. Reach your right hip backwards and lengthen through the armpit, through the hips, through the right fingers. Enjoy a stretch and spaciousness here.
Walk over to the right corner of the mat, the front corner, right hand on the bottom, left hand atop the right, and have a stretch here. Let it feel absolutely amazing. And come back to center. Take one more moment here, going inward. Send the breath all the way to the sacrum, your coccyx, all those things, inner thighs, down to the bottoms of your feet, which are seeing some sunlight here. And when this feels complete, walk your hands back, bring your knees a little bit back to center, and curl right back up into downward dog. Let it feel amazing. You might have your feet closer together this time, and notice how that feels when you bend your knees and straighten them. Different energy. And from this spot, ground your hands into the earth, spread your fingers, set yourself up well with kindness, engage your belly and raise your left leg to the sky. Come into three-legged dog. Press your heel to the back wall or into space. Let this be a stretched, expansive pose. Both elbows are engaged, knees are straight. Huge breath in all the way to the sole of the left foot. Filling your entire body with appreciation and maybe a little wow or awe and wonder. Exhale, bend your knee, bring it between your hands and come into Anjaneyasana or low lunge. And stretch arms up to the sky. Let your heart shine forward. Be kind to that back knee if it needs to adjust. Stretch, reach, appreciate. Take a moment here to connect with the idea of celebration, of beautiful things in the world. Maybe beautiful things you've done, or just simply beautiful things that you enjoy being a part of, showing up for. Reaching your arms out wide, you're going to circle them to your sacrum, interlace your fingers, stretch your fists toward the floor, opening your heart, let it shine forward, shoulders down and back. Lots of stretchy here. Take a moment to breathe and appreciate, letting the crown of your head reach to the sky. You might close your eyes, it'll be a little tippier, using your toes and the sole of your foot for balance in the front and the top of your foot and tops of your toes in the back. Huge breath in, and don't overdo it. If your right hip is unhappy here, don't do it. Lowering hands to the earth. Walk your foot a little bit more midline. You'll curl your back toes, and we're going to lift up to high lunge. You might shorten it. You might keep it long. Do what feels better to you. In the high lunge, with your hands on the earth, stretch your back heel back and bend your front knee a little more than you maybe usually do. Take a moment here to enjoy the stretch. Straight your front leg to the degree you can. Come into a long, long triangle and bend it. Coming back into that full low lunge, straight and bend it. And we'll straight once again. With the straight front leg, rock on your back foot a little bit. Let it feel light and fun. As you lower your back heel, turn it sideways. We're going to come into warrior two, adjusting your feet, finding steady before you cartwheel up, releasing your hands, and oh so elegantly come into warrior two. And you can tell yourself it was elegant either way. Bend that front knee, gaze over the front middle finger, drishti. Where are you headed now? Where would you like to be headed? What of the past would you like to bring forward? Celebrating gives you a chance to notice the things that work and you love and that are you that you might like to expand on, not because more is better, but because it's fun. Flip that front palm up, right hand comes down the back leg, and we'll come into elegant, graceful warrior. Taking a moment to connect to showing up with grace and elegance and what that could look like for you. For me, it looks like a lot of yoga, apparently, which is not something I ever would have thought. And yet, yoga is amazing. I saw this article the other day about all the
known evidence-based benefits of yoga for our health. Rising back up to warrior two. Enjoy the view, the stretch, the drishti. Engage your right glute and your right inner thigh, wrapping them forward towards the left fingers. Turning your hands to the front, right foot comes out. Come into that warrior one. Stretch long. Opening arms out to the side, clasp them at your sacrum. Send your fists to the floor. Heart shines forward. Tip forward into your inner left knee, into humble warrior if you want, and if you don't, just stay upright. Rising back up, heart shines forward. Releasing hands, bring your hands to heart. We're gonna come into warrior three for fun. Adjusting your feet, find your big toes on the front foot and shift forward. Raise your back leg. Coming up to a balanced pose, you can spread your arms wide and fly or spread them forward. Let it be fun, like a little celebration, appreciating what's ahead or what's in view. You might even play with your arms, let them feel fun. Bring hands back to heart. You will lower your back leg to the floor and simply rise up into standing with hands to heart. Take a moment here to settle, steady. Notice the bottoms of your feet. Breathe. Lowering hands, come to Tadasana or mountain pose. Palms open. And take a moment here in a very proud mountain pose. Spring mountains are bursting with green and wildflowers and really celebrating their presence, announcing it brightly. And is there any invitation of that for you, that they are steady and present, but also a little loud or fun? Maybe they're celebrating, I think they're celebrating spring. It's a little bit like their birthday. My grandson celebrated his new nursery school germs with me. So I'm just enjoying them as this gift, parting gift. Huge breath in, fill your body with breath all the way down to the soles of your feet. And a huge exhale. Opening eyes. Bring your hands to heart once again. We're gonna come into tree pose. A spring tree, might be a blooming tree, a budding tree, a cherry tree in its full glory at the moment, at least in California. Bring the thumbs together, thumbs into your sternum. Steady yourself. Heel to your calf, slowly slide it up. For those of you who are outside, just remembering its balance is a little more challenging outside. Reach your arms up to the sky as branches and enjoy your tree, whatever it looks like. And you might play with your arms for fun. You might interlace your fingers, send your pointer fingers to the sky. Tip leftward a little or rightward. Notice the wiggles and what happens. Lowering arms down to your side, bring your knee forward, lower it, shake it out. Shake off any tension and gripping. And actually do a huge shake, the somatic shake, getting rid of anything you'd like to leave behind in the past years, and or just as a way to sort of cleanse as a birthday celebration. Some people do like a New Year's cold plunge. You can think of your somatics as that. Come to stillness. Plant your right foot, kickstand your left. Bring your hands together and to heart center, setting yourself up for success. Bring the sole of your foot to your calf and grow your tree. Taking a moment to celebrate yourself, all the things you brought to this world. Not from a guilty, arrogant way, but just a moment of acknowledgement, appreciation, and celebrating those things makes it more likely that you will bring and create more of those things. Bringing hands back to heart this time. Hands to hips for steadiness, pressing down on the tops of each hip. Bring your knee forward and shake it out. Letting it all go. Have another amazing shake like a dog does after they come out of the water and they're just shaking off all the water. Feels really good. And we'll come to stand in Tadasana or mountain pose. Reaching your arms out and up, gazing up, hands come to heart center, fold forward, forward fold. Inhale for that half lift. Stick your rear end out, let your heart shine forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale once again for the half lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back to plank or push-up, top of the push-up, and take a moment to find steady center back. And because I love it, we'll come into side plank, and you can opt out if you don't want to do it. Plant into your left hand, hips come to your heels come to the right. Reach your right arm up. Let your heart shine, open. Come back to center, reach over your right ear, enjoy the left waist. Coming right from there back to plank, pause in the middle. Drop your heels to the right, plant into your right hand, reach up. And reach over, reach up, open your heart, shine up, look at the view. Maybe the buds on the trees for those of you outside or whatever's there, an expansive, open, what's ahead view. That's what comes in the celebration. Coming back to center, find steady, shift your weight forward, and we'll lower down, chaturanga to the earth, wrap your elbows in, you can tuck your knees or not, and untuck your toes or not. If you want to just press up into down dog through up dog, do that, or come down onto the floor and inhale for low cobra. Do what feels good to you. Lower down, curl toes and lift up to downward dog. And breathe. Shake your tail a little bit, releasing any tension. Adjust your dog here. Take a moment to shift your weight back and forth, walk the dog, get out any kinks. And from here, plant into the left foot and raise your right leg to the sky. Inhale, and you'll bring your foot forward into the low lunge, once again, Anjaneyasana, and stretching up tall right away, but being careful of knees and any other body parts that might crave some attention and space. Enjoy your left hip flexor here. You might close eyes and see how that works out. Opening arms to the sides, reclasp them at your sacrum, press your fists down and back and let your heart shine forward. Gazing at the view. Shoulders down and back. Releasing your hands, bringing them to the earth. Walk that right foot a little more midline, curl up to the high lunge, but with hands on the ground. So you may need to adjust your belly, or you can put hands on a block if you happen to have them. Straight your front knee and bend it. And straight that front knee and bend it. So you're coming into the long triangle. Your back heel is likely off the ground. On the next one, keep your front knee straight and raise and lower your back heel. Sending breath and spaciousness and kindness and good energy to the back of the right leg. Letting this be a bit of like an energizing, activating experience. Adjust your feet and you'll pivot your left heel to the right. Bend your front knee once again and cartwheel up with grace and elegance to warrior two. And when you arrive, adjust whatever way you need. Take a moment to enjoy the view over the front middle finger, where you're headed. Flip the palm up, coming back into graceful, elegant warrior.
Take a moment. When that feels complete, steady your front foot and shift forward into side angle. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Cartwheel back to warrior two. And you're going to pivot your arms forward and up. Back foot hops out into warrior one. Readjust your feet in whatever way they need adjusting. Circling your arms out, clasp them at your sacrum. Letting your heart shine forward. Your back heel may reach the ground or not, it doesn't matter. Do what feels good to you. Steady your front foot, and if you wish, tip forward into humble warrior. Rising back up to warrior one. Bring your hands to heart. Pausing here. Steady your front foot. Lift up onto your back foot, and we're going to come into flying for warrior three. A real celebrating pose here. Wiggling hands and feet maybe. You might bring your arms forward. You might leave them at heart center, whatever works for you today, wherever you are. Bringing your hands to heart center, and you'll lower your left foot, coming back to stand. Take a moment to find steady here. Enjoy it. Breathe. And for fun, I think we'll do dancer pose as a celebratory pose. If you want to use a railing or a wall, feel free to do that. If you want to balance, do that. So root both feet down, lifting up all 10 toes, root them into the earth for steadiness. Bring your hands to your hips, raise your right knee to hip height. Right hand comes over the thigh, down the knee, and you'll bring your heel to your rear end. Enjoy the stretch in the right thigh. Reach your left arm to the sky. Take a moment to super enjoy it. If you wish, you can tip forward into dancing, but you can dance upright too. We all dance differently. Let it be fun. And when you feel complete, coming back upright, lowering left hand, release your foot and shake it up. A great shake. Imagine the dog flicking the water or the snow off. And come back to center. Taking a moment in the transition, re-steady yourself, root yourself, reorganize your toes, lifting them up, rooting them down, noticing the sole of the right foot and the steadiness in the right leg across your core torso. Raise your left knee to hip height. You bring your left hand over the thigh, down the knee, bring your heel to your rear end, stretch the thigh. This could be your dancer. You could reach your arm up. Choose what feels fun. Stretch, 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 and tip forward. Rise back up. Lower hand, release, and shake it out. We will come to lie on our backs slowly and land, arrive, connect to the earth. Maybe waggle your knees a bit and take a moment here to be you, appreciate being you, appreciate the earth, settling in. Letting it feel a little bit like lying on the grass in the summertime, or you're just lying there, enjoying it. Breathe all the way into your belly, into the soles of your feet. Bring your knees into your chest, hands to your shins. You might cross your ankles and squeeze as tight as you can, activating your vagus nerve, relaxing. A little bit of parasympathetic, even though it feels energetic. Squeezing your face tight, everything tight, feet tight. Release and lower your feet, release your hands and settle. Notice what maybe feels different here. Bring your knees together, feet apart, arms overhead. Drop your knees to the right. Let the left knee stretch long in front and open the left hip, creating some space. Potentially gaze to the left and enjoy the release. Appreciating your hips along this journey. If you've been doing yoga with me for 6 years, they've done a lot, but they do a lot for us every day. Gifting them a little birthday present of stretch and space, especially for those who sit a lot. Bring gaze back to center, knees back to center. Take a moment in the middle, untangle, untuck, rock, readjust. And when you're ready, tip the knees to the left, right knee comes to the front left corner, opening up your hip. And potentially gaze to the right. Gaze back to center, knees back to center. Bring your arms down by your sides, walk your heels towards your rear end and lift your hips up into bridge pose and enjoy a stretch here of the lower back. Shimmy your shoulders underneath you, lifting hips up as high as you can, engage your glutes. Notice your knees and energetically bring them towards each other rather than letting them flop out. And adjust your feet, maybe sending them a smidge farther or a smidge closer, depending what feels good to you. Lift up all 10 toes coming onto your heels. Lift your hips up even higher. Lowering your heels, lift your hips up even higher. Shimmy your shoulders under you a tiny bit more. Let your heart lift up if you have room, and if not, stay where you are. It's all good. Untuck and unroll to the earth. Land. When you arrive, bring your right knee into your chest, give it a hug. Stretch your left leg long in front, point your toe. Roll your right ankle in both directions. Bring your hands to the back of your right thigh, stretch your right leg long. Flex your ankle, point your toes to your nose, point them to the sky, to your nose, to the sky, and to your nose. Press your hands, hamstring into your hands, extend, enjoy the sensations, the energy. See if you can lift up your left leg a couple inches off the earth, engaging your left glute, and press your heel forward. Both legs are high up, or both legs are off the ground, flexed ankles, fully engaged. Relax the left heel, bend the right knee, sorry. Lower your right foot to the earth, releasing your hamstring, and drop your knee out to the right, coming into reclining tree. Stretch your arms long above. You might interlace your fingers and point your fingers to the sky. Enjoying a floor tree, a reclining tree. Or you can open your branches like open your branches like a tree. Enjoy this tree experience, reclining on the earth. Bring the left sole of the foot to meet the right, coming into Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring a hand to heart, hand to belly, and take 5 breaths here before we move to the other side. Potentially appreciating, acknowledging, celebrating. And maybe this idea on our birthday, we often look ahead to what's next. What do we want to do this year? Not as a project or an accomplishment, but from inspiration and from that celebratory energy. The celebratory energy leads to all the ideas. Bring your hands to your outer thighs and draw your knees together. Stretch your right leg long and bring your left knee in towards you, hugging it in. Extend the right leg long, flex the ankle. Bring your hands behind the right thigh and stretch it to the sky. Point your toe and flex it and point it and flex it. Hamstring into your hands. Potentially some shaking. Raise that right heel off the ground. Press your right heel forward. Engage your right glute. Everything engaged. Release the right side. Bend the left knee. Release and lower into the reclining tree, doing with your arms what feels best to you and your shoulders. And enjoy this tree pose on the earth. It's a very different experience. But there's a lot to the shape. Noticing the left sole of the foot, the left toes, the lengthening of the spine and the body. Let it feel amazing. Bringing your hands back by your sides. Bring your knee back towards the sky. Bring your right knee alongside the left and take a moment to untangle. We're going to come into figure 4 here. Bring your right ankle above your left knee, hands thread through, and pick up the left foot. And come into figure 4, ankles flexed to be kind to your knee, and enjoy a rock for a moment. Let it be light and fun. Potentially press your right elbow into the right knee to open your hip. Ankles flexed, spread your toes wide. Remember to breathe. If you wish to grab your shin, you can do that. Do whatever works for you. 3 breaths here and enjoy it. You might employ the horse's breath if you want. It's a different kind of release. Maybe roll your ankles. Release your left leg. Lower the foot to the earth. Arms come above you once again. Be kind to your shoulders and twist leftward, coming into that figure 4 twist. Your gaze might go rightward. Enjoy a different kind of opening here. Slowing the breath down already. Bring your gaze back to center, knees back to center, untangle, uncross. Bring your arms down by your sides and switch sides. Left ankle on top of right knee. Thread your hands through, pick your foot up and come into figure 4 or whatever version of figure 4 you enjoy. Maybe press the elbow into the knee or not. Flex your ankles to protect your knee or play with it and see how it feels or roll your ankles. Let it be pleasurable, joyful. Potentially hands on the right shin. You might even pick up your head and squinch a little bit if that feels good. It's a highly technical squinch. Release your hands. Bring your head to the earth, arms over, rightward into that figure 4 twist. Gaze leftward, and let yourself enjoy it. If you're outside, look at the sky, the trees, the possibility, listening to whatever you might hear. Is it birds? Is it creek noises? Maybe it's a fountain inside. What do you hear? Gaze comes back to center, knees come back to center, arms come back by your side, uncross. And we're going to come into Savasana and you choose what would feel good to you. You might choose Supta Baddha Konasana, you might feel legs extended, toes flopping towards the outer edge of your mat. Get yourself comfy. When I'm outside, it's a much better reminder to do that as the earth is not totally flat. There's only a few lumps and bumps under there. Wiggling toes, inviting a little movement towards everything, shaking your head. You're really shaking no here on the floor. Come to stillness and engage everything. Squeeze your hands, point your toes, lift your feet up, your belly up, your head up. Squeeze your face tight, 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 tight. And soften into the floor or the earth and release into Shavasana, allowing this beautiful earth waking up for spring to support you.
whether it's through an inside floor or you're on the earth or through a bamboo deck or a stone patio, letting whatever is underneath you hold you. Let your body breathe for itself, releasing control, letting go. Surrendering here for a few moments into letting your body integrate, absorb, and maybe even celebrate, appreciate as you rest, relax, and restore. Savasana. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Slowly start to wiggle fingers and toes. And when you're ready, enjoy a delightful full body stretch. Stretching of appreciation, celebration, the beginning of spring, new beginnings, blooming, all the things that this time of year invites. Maybe taking a moment to appreciate how far we've come in the last 5 or 6 years, whether you've been practicing with me the whole time or not. What has changed as you stretch one more time, creating space and room to acknowledge and appreciate and celebrate all of that. And when you feel ready, roll over to one side and make your way back up to a comfortable seat, sending your sit bones downward, legs crossed. Hands can be on your knees, open or flat, palm to knee, you choose. Inhale and grow your chest, grow tall, grow the crown of your head to the sky, drop your shoulders, close eyes, dropping right back into Savasana. Exhale. Bring a hand to heart and another hand to top. Pressing into that heart space, sending yourself appreciation and an acknowledgement of who you are, the contributions you've made, the positive energy you have brought to the world. Taking in a breath and pressing in, letting it circulate around to every cell in your body for memory when you need it later. Exhale, let it out. Thank you all so much for practicing with me today, and for many of you for the last 6 years. May we all continue to practice yoga, continue to move forward mindfully and intentionally, and continue to appreciate and celebrate the good and the beautiful things in the world and our own contributions to that. Remembering that when we celebrate, acknowledge, and appreciate, it's inspiring. It brings hope to ourselves, to others, and to the world. Have a beautiful week ahead. Namaste.